Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-dum. Bum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dee-da-dum. Zum-ba-dum, bum-ba-dee-da. Da-da-dum-da-da-da-da. Zay-ba-dum-ba-dum. Dum-ba-dee-dum. Ah. Oh, hello, travelers! Hello, 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 travelers of the internet. Welcome back to Guardian Studios, or if you are new to the channel, hey there, and welcome to you. My name is JGuard, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the worlds virtual and fantastical. And I am very pleased to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to the Guardian Studios experience. We are back in the world of Gyros, where, as of late, me my friends, we have been making some seriously awesome progress building up our lovely Hobbit hole base. There is, of course, still a lot of work to do on the base, but we are making incredible progress, and I'm excited to get some more progress going. Hey there, Scout, Leo, good to see you both. Glad you guys could make it to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Or if not, then hey, I hope for you guys and for everybody else, finding the stream makes the day a little bit better. Alright, storage room looks like it'll be good. Still deciding if I want to do a second storage room across the hall. If I do, it's going to be another, one like this. But I'm thinking it might be better to have this be another guest room. Kind of have this way to get into the room. But back here is what I really want to get going on today. I want this to become the entrance to the vertical mines. Pardon me 1 second. There we go. So yes, I want this to be the entrance to a set of vertical mines. And I want it to be the kind of mine that I... So, what kind of mine am I... What kind of... Wow, I am messing up my words so bad right now. What kind of mine am I thinking of doing? Well, like I said, I want to do a vertical mine. Which is to say, I want to make layers leading down through the world. At certain Y levels, I want to make these stop-off points between sections of the vertical mine, where on those levels, on those Y levels, we spread things out a bit and start strip mining for the resources that can be found at those Y levels. It's not an entirely new idea. It's been done countless times before. But I like to make these little hubs in my mines when I'm mining vertically, then horizontally. Basically, we dig down in a big hole. We dig a big hole down to the deep slate, down in the deep slate zone. And then every so many levels up and down, we put in these hubs, these layered hubs that segment off the different parts of the mine. Like at Y level 16, we will definitely have a hub, because that's the best Y level for mining iron when you're mining for iron in any biome. Go down to Y level negative 16. That's supposed to be the best level to start looking for gold. Supposedly. At least that's how it used to be. And then, of course, if we go all the way down to Y level negative 56, that's the best Y level to be mining for diamonds. Or rather, the best level to be looking for diamonds is technically right on top of the bedrock. whatever layer starts the bedrock is supposedly the best area to mine diamonds, because you're going to find a lot of them there just above the deep slate, or just above the bedrock. And I agree, that is where you will find the most diamonds, because the lower in the world you go now, the more diamonds you'll find. But it's mainly why level 56 is the best balance of, okay, we're nice and deep, we got lots of diamonds, but it's not right on top of the bedrock, and so the bedrock can't potentially get in the way of the digging. So I've got to make sure, whatever Y levels I'm digging on, the bedrock does not get in the way of my efforts. This to be 7 by 7. Now, if this works, I will be able to make the vertical mine. Oh. Heck, if there were a planet core in Minecraft, we'd be looking for that down there. But no dice. It would be interesting if there was a version of Minecraft where that was a thing, though. Like a heart of the world or a core of the world. A structure with a really valuable item in there. Mojang, throwing out an idea here. Feel free to talk to me. I may not be a programmer, but I am definitely a concept guy. Anyway, back to business. Hey, you guys ever wonder why none of the different enemies in Minecraft will fight each other unless they hit each other? Think about it. Skeletons, zombies, they don't attack each other unless they hit one another first. So if a skeleton hits a zombie with an arrow, zombie's gonna be like, oh, you done messed up now. And it's gonna be going after that skeleton like crazy. On the other hand, the zombie won't go after the skeleton unless it is hit by the skeleton. I just find it a little dull sometimes that you're the only thing that anything seems to have a problem with, except for pillagers. Pillagers do seem to have an issue with the villagers, of course. Iron golems go after everything that's hostile, except for creepers. And Endermen. I think they don't go after Endermen unless the Enderman somehow hits a villager, which I don't think that happens naturally. I think in order for that to happen, you'd have to put in a command or something to make it so that the Enderman will go after the villagers for whatever reason. But I don't know. It does strike me a little odd that the only entities that seem to have any beef with anyone, aside from you, are the pillagers having a beef with the villagers, for whatever reason. And what do the villagers do about it? They do absolutely nothing. They spawn in the iron golem. And then, if that golem dies, they're like, oh, nope, you failed to save us. The heck with you. We don't care about you anymore. And I'm just like, dude, that's your one defender, and you're gonna leave him to die? You're gonna let him die, and you're not even gonna bother trying to replace him? What kind of a moron are you? Apparently, they're big-time morons. Because, I mean, I'm sorry, but if some big hulking metal dude is supposed to be protecting me, and suddenly he goes keel over, I'm gonna be making sure he doesn't keel over, or at the very least, I'm gonna make sure he's got a replacement. But no, villagers don't do that unless there's nothing going on and they're safe to discuss it. And then they might make it happen. Does anybody else see this as kinda woohoo? Kinda nuts? Because again, I'm sorry, but that's your one and only natural defender. And you're gonna not bring him back? Or you're gonna not be trying to keep him repaired and in good condition? Villagers, what kind of denseness are you guys suffering from? You don't just got blocky heads, you got blocked up brains if you're not gonna do anything to protect that guy. Protect the guy that protects you. It's simple logic. I don't know. I guess I just kinda sometimes wish there was a little bit more going on between all the monsters and the mobs when you're not, like, doing anything around them. Like, if you were careful, clever, you could actually sit there and watch a few of them, like, battle it out. Watch the factions of the undead. War over who gets to roam in an area. I really feel like that should be a thing. Like, the different forces should be focused on each other when they're not focused on you. I've seen games do that, where creatures of differing factions will go after each other if you're not around for them to hate on. They will go after whoever else is around, it's not their faction. And they'll just have beef with them until you show up and make yourself known, and then they all are like, you know what? I don't like these guys, but I don't like you even more. And then they just go to town trying to get you. For some reason, I feel like that should be a thing in the game. Or in some variation of the game play. You know what I mean? By the by, I've been seeing this real-time strategy mod for Java getting some attention lately in the Minecraft community, in the Minecraft modding community. I was wondering, would anybody want to see me give that a try? If you would, let me know in the chat or in the comments section. Or over on the Discord if you have Discord. Let me know if you think I ought to give that a try. Because, I'll be honest, I've been thinking about it. Never really done any kind of real-time strategy games, but... And by the way, I'm not talking about Minecraft Legends. I'm talking about a mod for Java that kind of converts Minecraft into a real-time strategy thing. If anybody would want to see me play that, let me know in the comments, and I might just make it happen. I must be close to the surface. I'm hearing a lot of monsters moving around. But that's just one more reason to get this mine made so that I can get down underground and be away from that crud. Now, hopefully, I'm not too far away from... Hopefully I'm far enough away from the kitchen that digging down here won't affect anything adversely. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. It was also nighttime. Gotta make sure you sleep every now and then. Also, anybody who's watching that's able to get in the chat, let me know if my mic is coming through okay. Sometimes I worry that it may not be working quite right. I would like the reassurance of knowing that it's still working. Scoop up the water. We need to make an infinite water source somewhere. Wow, check out the bees. That's something I like about some of the updates they've been doing. My mic is all good. Thank you for letting me know, Scout. How you doing, by the by? Everybody's being really quiet. I'm curious how everyone's doing. Everyone doing good? Put some water here for a minute until I have another infinite water source. Making your land flat? Ah, let me guess. Base prepping. Prepping up to build a big base of some kind. There we are. I knew I had some water in there. There we go. Cool. Now we got water, providing us a means of going down into the underground. Down here in the underground, you're all alone. We wanted to tell you now, you're kinda boned. Wait a minute. Hold up. I just realized I'm doing this part wrong. Hey, Ryan. Good to see you, my dude. Still trying to figure out what you're doing with your world, huh? Is that what I'm hearing, Scout? I totally get it. Totally get it, my dude. Been there. Felt that. That's part of why when I get to a point where I've been building a base, been working in an area for a while, and I'm like, I don't know what else to do here. I move on. I find somewhere else to build. And it has been really good for me to do that, because I would not have seen or done nearly half as much as I have on this world if I hadn't taken that attitude about it. bum 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 bum. Ba da da da. Ba bum bum. I'm doing pretty good, Ryan. Doing pretty good. Thank you very much for asking. Oh, thank you so much for asking. I am very grateful for your curiosity. Bum 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 bum. Storm stopped? Nice! That's awesome, Ryan. Oh, are you, Scout? Gonna kill the Ender Dragon? Nice. Smart. Yeah, raid farms are good. The only reason why I haven't done one is because I feel like if I had one, I would use it way too much. I would just sit there and waste my time using it all the time, and I would never get anything else done. Partly because I'd be reveling in how bad the raid pillagers would have it, because I'd be making sure they were tortured. Tortured. The big, dumb idiots would be getting so much grief from me. They would have no relief, no peace, for they never gave peace to me. But that's just one possibility of what might happen. Alright. So let me see. Oh, nice! That's awesome, Ryan! I hope you enjoy that. A full-on road trip, huh? A full-on road trip across the UK? Hey, I hope you have a good time with that, my dude. I do. I hope you have a good time. What? I need to break that block for now? Put that... Actually, no. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Give me that back. That needs to go on just one side. And one side needs to always be further down than the other. Well, two blocks need to always be further to lead further down than the other. Clearly, I am going to be able to bypass my kitchen and dining room. That's good. Yeah, I bet you will, my friend. I bet you will. Trying to decide, what is the first Y level I should aim for? Should I aim for Y level... I don't know. Maybe part of what will help me decide that is if I go and see how low the bottom layer of this base is. And confirm where the kitchen and dining room areas end. Layer 70. Alright. So if I go down to Y level 64 with that, it shouldn't be a problem. And I can keep going down in levels... in layer counts of 16. Just want to check and see. Okay, yeah, I think this is well away from the mines. But I think our first hub is going to be at Y level 64. It's not going to be part of the strip mining, but it is going to be at Y level 64. That's where the first hub of the mine is probably going to be. Who knows? It might even become the layer that holds our a means of transport back to old bases underground, if I can. 1.5 days to travel the whole UK. Oh, nice. 1.5 days. Huh. Nice. Hey, Gaming Pros! Good to see you again, dude. How you doing? How you been? You been doing good? I hope so. It's good to see ya. Let me see here. I want to... Oh, okay. No, we're going to need to get more oak at some point soon. Lovely. Alright, let's go back up here. Good, good. That's just what I want to hear. I like to hear that people are doing good. Especially if it's true. Alright, I want to make sure I've got at least half a stack of stone on me. And let's go back to the digging and get busy. Going down. Please watch your step, and thank you for choosing Guardians and mining. Huh, this is going deeper than I intended. Alright, that is Y level 64. Interesting. I'm hearing zombies. Zombie villages. Oh, I see. Well, thank you for dropping in, Gaming Pros. Thank you for dropping in. Potentially, Ryan, potentially. I would like a collaboration at some point. Not sure what we do, but we could do something. Swimming upward, swimming upward. Here we go. Here we go. Looks like the water has fully drained. And we drop. Oh no, it's raining again, Ryan? Ouch. Oh, that's a pretty good axe then. Still sorry you got spooked by the creeper though, Scout. Yikes. That is no fun. That is never fun when they decide to do stuff like that. Oh, very heavy rain. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign at all. down these blocks. Oh, you're busting over Jamaica, man! I use that exaggerated form of their accent with the greatest amount of respect, just for the record. Alright, let's go. Alright. Trying to decide how I'm gonna make it so I can access all the layers of the mine as we go. If we were in modded, I could use the create mod to make an elevator. Yeah, we'll see when you get back, Scout. I might have already said that, but I'm just covering my bases. For a split second, I couldn't remember if I had acknowledged this message or not. I'm just wondering, should I... How should I do this? Make it possible to access the next layers down. Because like I was saying, if this were modded, I'd have an easy way to set it up. Just use the create mod. But this is vanilla. Elevators are not available in vanilla, unless you use redstone elevators, and those are not nearly as intuitive. It stopped raining, but still thundering? Oh, that's no fun. I'm just trying to think, what can I do to make it work? I honestly am not sure. And I can already tell you, I'm gonna get annoyed by all that growling I'm hearing from all the zombies that are around. Wish you could send us a pic too, Gaming Pros. Sounds like it must be a nice sunset. So, I see two possibilities with a way to go up and down along these mines. Option number one, a series of water vators along one wall that make it so that one set is in one hole we come up from a lower level. One is we land from a higher level. One takes us up to the next level up. And one takes us down to the next layer down. And we just keep alternating, swapping every pair around. The alternative option is to do the same kind of thing, but in the middle of each mine hub layer. So like here, we could do, say, this is the landing pad. This is landing from next layer up. This is going down to the next layer down. This takes us to the next layer up. Hang on, let me think this through. This will be come up from the next layer down. This will be landing from the next layer up. This goes up, and this one goes down. So it'd be up from low, down from up, and then down to low. it's kind of it's a little bit complicated. But when you're in vanilla, you've got to accept that some things are going to be a little more complicated. Again, if it was Create, or if there was some kind of an elevator-based block construction trick that wasn't redstone and overtly complicated, I would just use that method and we would have no need for the water vaders, except maybe transporting items vertically. But we don't have that kind of a benefit. Unfortunately, the best means of going up and down is what we call water vaders. I mean, really, for the going down bits, you don't even need water vaders, you just need a pool of water at the bottom. I really wish these zombies would stop growling. I'm trying to build a mine at the moment. I'm trying to make a mining hub, basically, for this region. Like, this chamber here is supposed to be the start of the vertical layers of the mine. It's not a layer where we're actually going to strip mine, but it is a layer that will have a hub of its own to reflect the design that we'll be using in all the layers beneath. Going up. Welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back. See, my idea for this hub is that every layer where we're actually going to build a strip mining setup is going to have one of these hubs. When you're coming into one of the hubs, to the left and right, you do your strip mining. Straight ahead would be the, oh, Ryan, you're funny. Straight ahead would be like a crash pad and storeroom where you can just dump a whole bunch of stuff, or where you can jump in a bed and sleep. I think I've got these kind of reversed. This would be the one that would bring you up. And this would be the side that would go down. It would alternate. If you're going down, you would land in here, and then you go around the corner, drop down, and keep going until you reach the layer you want. Well, I hear a witch. I hear zombies, and skeletons. But I also just heard a witch swallowing a potion. Not a pleasant bunch of sounds to be hearing when you're underground. But I'm sure I'm not that far from the surface at this location, so this Y level is definitely not far from the surface, so that's probably part of why I'm hearing so much, because there's a ton of mobs spawning on the surface because it's nighttime. Well, I'm glad you enjoy the streams at least, Ryan. I am sorry that you can't sleep. I'm sorry you can't sleep because of the weather and the, as you put it, sleep servers. That's a funny way of looking at it, sleep servers. I have got to remember that. I am thinking. I'm thinking I might shrink these walls. No, I can't. Not if I want to go for symmetry. Oh, so it cooled down a bit, Ryan? Nice. That's a relief. figured down here in the mines, some of the aspects of the Hobbit hole theme kind of get dropped, more or less. I want to label these layers when we make this. So this one would be the Grand Mining Hub. Of course we dye this and hit it with glowing ink. Well, thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Having these little blocks here that mark it as the mining hub. Actually, hold on. Break that. I want to give this one a bigger sign. There we go. Better. It's not really lining up good, is it? I have a better idea. For navigation, For anybody who's new to the mine down the road, I have an idea. Basically, what I want to do here is I want to make it so that there's a lectern here with a book that explains everything that anybody who comes here needs to know about the mine. I know I'm playing on a single-player world, but eventually I'd like to make it so I can release this world to the public so anybody could come see these bases and use them, mine in the mines or whatever. That's part of what the whole plan with all these worlds and big bases is. To make bases that anybody could eventually come to these places and see what's been built and decide if, hey, I'd like to take over this base and make it my own. And then they'd be able to do that. And who knows, there might even be some secrets in said release for people to find. Like video game references and things like that. Secret stashes of treasure. You got 3 horses, Scout? Cool. Cool. Do I have any kind of... Okay, I've got a little bit of leather. Not a lot, from the looks of things. Yeah, not a lot at all. That makes things a little irritating, but what am I gonna do, right? Run outside. Oh, it's actually pretty peaceful out here, compared to what I was expecting anyway. Yeah, you got nothing but junk compared to the kind of stuff I need. Oh, sweet! His llamas dropped some leather. Just what I needed! Oh, you're gonna try that old trick? I should warn you, that's not as effective as it used to be. Yeah, I know about that. I know about doing that. That's, it's not nearly as effective as it once was. But, if it does still work to some degree, then hey, happy hunting. I hope they give you a fast horse. Let's see, what was I doing? Oh yeah, lectern, which means I need paper. Paper! Paper! Oh wait, I need a lot more paper than that. Oh, I forgot. Make a bookshelf? Actually, why am I making it out of that? I should make it out of this. Oh no. Did I get... No, I didn't. Okay. Whew. I just looked over and saw the stream was buffering and I got worried that I had been kicked. I have not been kicked, though. Thank goodness. There, and grab that. And I need one more book. So I need 3 more of those. Craft up a book. Now I need a feather. A feather might be the thing that stops me on this idea. Snap! Snappo! Ugh. Of course it decides it wants to say that. Of course it decides it wants to say that. That's kind of typical. Alright, so I need to find a chicken, and I need to find a squid, because I need an ink sac. I don't want to kill any of the chickens that I have right now. Wait a minute. Give me those eggs. No dice. Okay. Time for the great chicken hunt. And the squid hunt on the side. There must be some shallow caves around here, because I should not be hearing spiders and things right now. Be gone! Be gone! You are a cheapskate. You should have given me the trident. You are thankfully not a cheapskate. You have given me plenty of ink. Yeah, we should be okay. Alright, now it's just the chicken. Now I just need a chicken. A buck. Oh, chicken. Chicken. Oh, chickens. Ear chickens. Huh, funny. I'm seeing a sheep. I see pigs. Chicken, not so much. Wait, did I just see something moving? Oh, no, it's a sheep. Huh. Brown sheep were not nearly so common as they are now. Now I go into this biome and I see them. Hey, it's a panda! I see a panda. Oh, I also see one of you. Ooh, ocelot. Almost tempted to see what that zombie's armor has on it for enchantments, but at the same time, I don't see why I should care. Chicken! Chicken! 4 feathers, that's more than enough. Alright, back to the base. To make our lectern and our book and quill. Going to make it so that the mines have a guidebook to explain how it works. Because I do think the design that I made is what I'm going to go with. It will mean that at some point I'm going to have to get a bunch of soul sand, because I'm going to need more for upward water vaders. Yes, I still call them water vaders. Give me a break. Oh, no, I was not trying to feed him. I was trying to get a chest open so I could get some leather. Put the feathers in there for a moment. Bring this up. Craft the book. Open this back up. Get a feather. And then we've got the book and quill. Dun 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 dun. You crafted a means of making whatever you want to make. And the nice thing is, from this point on, we just need the one book and quill to make more books, I think. Is that how it works? You got a book and quill, and you use other books, and you can duplicate it? I don't actually know. You know what? I want to experiment with that. I want to see if I'm right. If I am right, that'd be great. If I'm wrong, and it's only the ones that are signed, which would not surprise me in the slightest. If it's that you have to sign them first, that's going to annoy, but it also won't surprise. Alright. Now I'm just going to type in some nonsense. Okay. Now, if I now put this book and quill in here, yep, that's what I thought. You have to sign it first. Well, that's okay. We'll be able to make use of that down the road. But for now, I want to put this particular book and quill to use, making our Grand Hobbit Mine guidebook. Wah! Splish! Alright. So, for the guidebook. Welcome, travelers, to the Grand Hobbit Mine. Here you will find everything you need for mining for all the valuables and resources you could possibly need. Behind you are water vators and chutes leading between the many layers of the mine. Before you lies the main hub. To your left and right are tunnels leading outward. Nope, wait. I just realized that's wrong. On each layer, you will find a central hub like the one before you, marked with what, if anything, is commonly found on that layer. Here's Y level. Yeah? Nice, Scout. Have fun with that. Potion making is a pain at times. Layers, Y level. Copper, iron, etc. To your left and right will be tunnels, along which you may strip mine for whatever you seek. For what you seek. Apparently I ran out of characters for that page. The back of each central hub layer will be a crash pad, a room you may use as a bedroom and storage room while you are mining. Ah, makes sense, Scout. Makes sense. When you've got a guide to help you with the potion making, it's always easier. Back of each central hub layer will be a crash pad, a room you may use as a bedroom and storage room while you are mining. There will be chests, including a copper chest once they are added to vanilla. An ender chest, bed, and furnaces, and food. Find any food in the chests. Feel free to take what you need. Torches, too. Keep the tunnels you mine lit up. Extend the main tunnels if you see it. You see it's needed, but maintain the 3x3 size of those main tunnels, please. I think they do. I think horses breed with hay bales. I don't know for sure. It's been a while since I've had to breed a horse in Minecraft. Be safe. Have fun. And may fortune okay. Hang on, I missed a character here. Be safe. Have fun. And be fortunate. That ought to do it. Welcome, travelers, to the Grand Hobbit Mine. Here you will find everything you need for mining all the valuables and resources you could possibly need. Behind you are water vators and chutes leading between the many layers of the mine. On each layer you will find a central hub like the one before you, marked with what, if anything, is commonly found on that layer's Y level: copper, iron, etc. To your left and right will be tunnels along which you may strip mine for what you need, or for what you seek. At the back of each central hub layer will be a crash pad, a room you may use as a bedroom and storage room while you are mining. There will be chests, including a copper chest once they are added to vanilla, an ender chest, a bed, and furnaces. If you find any food in the chests, feel free to take what you need. Torches, too. Keep the tunnels you mine lit up. Extend the main tunnels if you see it's needed, but maintain the 3x3 size of the main tunnels. Be safe, have fun, and be fortunate. You need golden carrots. What's that for? Is that for breeding the, horses? It's not hay bales after all, is it? You know, I wondered once we said something about it, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Alright, so I need some soul sand, I need dirt, and I need some kelp. Because I want to make this water vator work. I'm tired of having to manually swim up it. There's that bit. Grab that out of there. Go get some kelp. I don't care where I get it from as long as I can get it. Hold on. Yep, had a feeling. Needed sleep. My plan, honestly, is at some point to go back to every base I've built and type out a little introduction for it, if I can. I feel like that could be a nice touch for whatever bases I build. Go back, type out a little book and quill to introduce the base, talk briefly about what's in it, and explain any rules that I myself would put forth in the event of that base being used. Like, for example, the maintaining the tunnels rule for the Grand Hobbit mine here. In a hole in the ground, there lived a guardian, but not a nasty, wormy hole. No, this was a hobbit hole. That means good food, a warm hearth, and all the comforts of home. To these comforts you are most welcome to indulge. Of these comforts, you are most welcome to indulge. Feast upon the food. Cook your own if you wish. Dine with friends. Explore the house, find its secrets. And if you are of the mind, feel free to delve into the mines. Things like that are things that I would like to be able to type out in a book for anybody to find when the day comes that this world goes public. Because it will. Eventually, it will. Where is my soul sand? I should have a lot more soul sand than this non-existent amount that I'm finding. Because I'm not finding any. Oh. No wonder you weren't finding any, doofus. You had put it all in there. I feel very dumb right this moment. Oh well. That's kind of what happens when you don't really look. I should have been looking for the bundle, but I wasn't looking in the right spot. Alright, down we go. Place dirt. Convert all the water to source blocks in this column. Drop. And break it. There we go. There is one thing I want to do to adjust it, though. I'm gonna need some stone. I want to put stone stairs in this space that we have found. At some point, I may replace the floors of each layer with stone bricks, because I feel like that would make it feel more man-made, so to speak. There. I'm gonna add those kinds of bits so that I can easily break the dirt when I'm ready to put in the soul sand. If you'll excuse me for a moment, everybody, I need to go refresh my water. And I'm back. Ah, refreshing water. Got to love it. And you gotta have it. I'm also going to put one of these at these spots as the initial water source. So, at this point, the way this is going to work is every 16 blocks down, we're going to do a layer. So, 48, 32, 16, 0, negative 16, negative 32, negative 48, and then we're going to have one that's only 8 blocks down from the previous. That's going to be negative 56. Because that's where the diamond layer is going to be. That is the plan. I'm going to end up putting lanterns in here too. That much is certain. But I'm not going to worry about that right this minute. For now, what I want to worry about is digging down to the next layer. Whoops. My bad. Welcome back, Ryan. Welcome back. There we go. Excellent. We need to put away these building materials for now. Or at least most of them. I guess the game's saying, hey, you're getting this pattern, whether you like it or not. At least that's how it sounds to me. Alright, let's see here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 3x3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. gather up all these bits. I want to make them all go up to the next layer up, if I can. Why does that layer why does this side feel off? It is off. Something is off here. Huh. It's kind of funny. Went all the way over there. Wait a minute. Something is off on this whole side. That's what it is. This whole side was off. Going up. This is going very well. Alright, better. Probably have to do some AFK time at the mob grinder, the skeleton grinder after this. Get my silk pick repaired again. Going up. Hey, it's Ham. Ham is in the chat. Good to see you, dude. How you doing? Doing all right? You doing good? I sure hope so, man. I truly do. How's life treating you? It treating you well? It better be. Life better be treating you well, or it's gonna get a sucker punch to the face. Nah, I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that. But I do hope things are going good. Hey, they are good. He just said they're going good. That's good. Glad to hear it, my man. Nice! Good for you, dude. That is awesome. Whoops, that is not the block I was trying to place there. I was trying to place that there. Going up. Yeah, that's what I thought. When I've got one that takes me up, I've got to break it open. Oh, yeah, I know it, man. I know it. I know what you mean. Gotta hold on to and save every little single penny that you can, every little bit of money that you get. You gotta be exceptionally careful how you use it, what you spend it on. Because you never know when you're gonna need that money later for something big. That's why my policy is always have some kind of emergency cash. Always have a plan to have some form of emergency cash that you can delve into. And I mean both some in your pocket and some in your bank, if you can. That way, if anything happens, you get stuck somewhere, you need to pull out some pocket change to get something that you really need, or to pay for something you really need to be able to pay for, like, say, a bus ride or a cab. You got that pocket money to do it. Or if something big happens, you gotta pay for something that's more expensive, you got that money in the bank to take care of that part. Alright, Scout. Hey, see you later, my man. Thank you for being here for so much of the stream, dude. I appreciate it. Ouch. Yeah, that's no good. Sorry that it sounds like you're gonna be getting a bunch of money taken from you, but I'm glad that everything else seems to be going good for you. Yeah, I am definitely gonna have to take my silk pick to the skeleton grinder and do some AFK time. All the rest of my tools, I think, can handle a bit longer before needing a repair, but my silk pick does not seem to be in such good condition. Which is extremely unfortunate. Got all the blocks. Yep, and the hub is shaped just the way I want it. Nah, this ain't Java, my man, although I would love to do some Java stuff too. This is Bedrock Edition with the new state of vanilla. Yeah, vanilla has been getting interesting lately. We've got built-in shader-like lighting in the game now. For one thing. For another, we've got... well, that's basically the big thing. Yeah, Bedrock is tons of fun. Java is tons of fun, especially when you do it modded. But Bedrock, there's just something simple about it. Missing all your PC games? First guess, not getting enough time to do any gaming. Second guess, you're having a hard time finding how to use your time to be able to have time for gaming. Well, actually, that kind of still sticks into one. So first guess, having a hard time getting time to do gaming. Second guess, your PC has got a problem. There we go. Second guess, the PC has a problem. Ouch. I am so sorry, dude. I am so sorry. It's never fun when a machine that you depend on for something, even if it's just for something for fun, ends up on the fritz. Believe you me, I know how frustrating that can be. I've had systems that were super dang dependable suddenly start having issues with no clear reason as to why. And it drives me nuts when that happens. Thankfully, with most of the systems I have in that kind of situation, the solution ends up being pretty simple and straightforward. But, yeah. It's never fun when something that you depend on for entertainment or anything ends up having issues. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully you'll be able to fix things up, and hopefully you'll be able to get back to enjoying the games and stuff that you want to be able to enjoy, because I know being without entertainment of that type can be a major pain in the neck, especially when you really get into it. In my case, I don't think I'd be able to handle it, because if I don't have my machinery for gaming, I don't have a way to do my content creation either. Not a good thing to imagine, I can tell you. Not fun to imagine that. Going up. Woohoo! Hey, I get that. I can understand that. I can totally understand that. To be entirely honest with you, Ham, I truly do fully understand that. Oh my goodness. Alright. I would say that that's some good progress with the mine. We are definitely not done with the mine by any measure. I'm gonna have to do a lot more digging and a lot more work to get this the way I want it. Besides, we haven't made the central hub yet. We haven't made the crash pad is what we haven't made yet. Gotta have the crash pad, storeroom, bedroom combo back here before we can say any layer of this thing is done. But here on layer 64, this is just going to be like this is just the initial entrance. It's all the layers below it that are going to be the actual mining layers, so. But I'd say that that is a solid bit of work for today. Wouldn't you say, my friends? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, because I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other channels. I just lost track of what I was saying. Anyway, if you did enjoy the stream, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content from yours truly, as well as other ways to help support the channel. Share the channel with your friends who think they might enjoy the content too. And, of course, do not forget to smack that notification button once you subscribe so that you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, bard, and humble host into the worlds virtual and fantastical, and I will see you all next time, right here on Guardian Studios. Oh. Right, I don't have the emote. Okay. Bye! Darn thing, kick those out again, huh?